Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another project that is on the bench. In my previous video, part of my coming attractions was the item you see in front of you, which is the Batmobile from Mobius Models from DC Comics, from the movie Batman vs. Superman. So I would decide to kind of give this one a go. As you can see, it's a 125 scale model kit. In this particular model, it's a skill level 3, ages 15 and up. Pretty much all sides are the same pictures of the Batmobile, with the exception of you flip it over, it's got the actual movie logo of the Batman vs. Superman on the one side from Dawn of Justice. This is part number 964. So stay tuned and we'll do a little out-of-box review of this kit, and so stand by. And we're back, and the first thing I want to show you is the actual instruction sheet from Mobius Models. And of course, as always, it's done quite well. It's almost got a nice clear coat instruction sheet, and basically, the front tells you about your read the first thing and painting your kit, but gives you a nice little, let me take this light down a little bit, but it shows you another picture of the Batmobile in its completed form. So we'll go ahead and open her up, and the first thing it starts you off with is the actual chassis of the vehicle. So there's that and that, and then we've got the lower body for step number 2, and like I said, it's all explained quite well. Mobius gives you the instructions on the left side, and shows you the actual diagram of where the parts go on the right side, nicely detailed, and it actually gives you the part number and the name of the part for the ones that you have to glue into place. And then of course down below here we have the wheels and tires as well. That's on page 3. Page 4, and also step number 4, we have the rolling chassis assembly. So we have there, again, nicely detailed, and this actually has sub parts of A through F in step number 4 before we go on to step number 5, which is the interior bucket. So there you go. And in the next page we have the upper body assembly, which has A through D for step number 6, basically dealing with the canopy, and then the machine guns, the turret base, as well as the front wing, and then of course attaching the machine gun turret assembly to the upper body panel and the front wing assembly. Sorry for the glare. And then step number 7 is dealing with the wings, where we have both the left and right side part of the wings, and then we have the left and right outer wing for 7B. 7C is basically the support braces, which they call spider left, rear wing center support brace, center bar, the rear wing center support brace, and then the spider right. And then we have the last part of this assembly in step 7 is the support assembly with the left and right inner wing struts. So there you go, there's that. And then we get to the final assembly, where we're actually cementing the upper body assembly to the lower body assembly. and then we, it goes from letter A to letter G in the step 8 process to complete it. So there you go. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, and then we actually have a nice photographic representation of what the actual car looks like, and gives out your paint callouts. Basically, it says the body is the dark gunmetal gray, and of course you can dull it down with a semi-matte finish to represent what it looks like on the screen. And like I said, here we go with the rest of the callouts. The headlights are going to be in the transparent yellow, and like I said, most of it is either black or gunmetal gray for this vehicle. And we come over here, and looking at the rear of the vehicle, we have our more callouts, and then we have the actually interior part of the bucket where the dashboard is black, the floor is steel, the steering wheel is black, and the control console is silver and black, as well as I guess the TV screens that are in the vehicle are in red. But there you go, and that's it for the instructions. So hang tight, and we'll start pulling out some of the parts and showing you some of the detail of the Batmobile. Stand by. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with the tires that come with this kit. We have both the front and rear tires. I'll show you the front ones here first. Bring the light down a little bit. But very nicely detailed tires. You can really see the tread marks running alongside the rubber here. And like I said, this is the size of the front tires on this particular kit. So you got two sets of these for the tires. Then we have the rear tires, which are a little bit bigger because I guess it will fit as a on an angle for the vehicle itself. But once again, Mobius did a real nice job on these tires with the detail, and you can see the tread marks as well. So there's the comparison between the front versus the rear tires. So there you go. And then the next one up, we will have the clear parts. There's only basically two parts, and I'm going to go ahead and leave them in the bag until I actually use them. But it's actually the canopy window for the Batmobile. And these two items here are at the actual headlights for the vehicle. So that is that. It does come with 4 packages, which has about 2 sprue trees in each one of them. So we'll go ahead and check out this first one. We went ahead and open this up. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really know all the parts that they specify instructions, but we'll get to that as we do further videos in this series. But as you can tell, this here is going to actually be the rims that go inside the tires for both the rear and the front. We also have, let me see if we can get a little pointer here. This is actually part of the turret and gun assembly for the machine guns here. Hopefully you can see that. And then these are going to be the front and left fenders and for the wheels to hook onto. And I believe this is part of the wing mechanisms as well. So there you go. We'll just kind of scroll that by so you can see a nice close shot there. So there's that one there. And again, we have our more parts for the machine gun, which comes in 2 parts. You just have to glue them together. So here's that part there. This is probably part of the chassis system here as well. Then we have our, let me flip it over here. This should be our basically our instrument panel with the screen and the gauges and all that kind of stuff. This should be another part of the wing mechanism that goes on the upper part of the vehicle. This should be another kind of part of it. Well, I'm not really sure. I'll have to kind of check that, but I think that's kind of part of the shield guards to protect the wheels themselves. So that's it for that part. Alright, here's our second bag with 2 sprue parts in it, and as you can see, this is the upper half of the Batmobile that holds the interior bucket in the canopy window. Like I said, I don't know all the parts, but you can just see how nicely detailed it is. This is molded in kind of a light gray mold color, so we'll be doing some painting, of course, to match the screen shots of the movie version of the Batmobile. Here's our 2 seats, which the call outs were for flat black on that. This looks like the part of the inner console for the interior bucket as well. Look like kind of pipes, exhaust pipes. Like I said, there's a lot of mechanical parts for this particular Batmobile. But like I said, this is just to show you what kind of details we have, and Mobius does, again, a really nice job. So there you go, there's that one tree there. And then of course here we have the interior bucket of the Batmobile. Kind of basic, but again, nicely detailed. And more parts to the Batmobile itself. Once again, apologize, I don't know all the specific names to it, but we'll get into that in the videos. There you go. And here we have the third package opened up. As you can, I guess I can recognize one of them. This is going to be part of the engine block for the Batmobile. These are more wings. Let me flip it around here because, yeah, it's the back side. Alright, but these are the larger wings that go on the top part of the Batmobile itself. Let me get this down here so I can get a camera view and get you a little bit closer look. That looks like some of the braces, the spider mechanisms that go on the vehicle itself. Okay, and then this is the other half of the wings for the kit. And basically this is just to show you the detail of each of the parts that go onto the vehicle itself. So there's that. Alright, here's our final fourth package, 2 sprues again. And this should be the chassis of the Batmobile. As you can see, the nice detail in that, and then some other little component parts for the car. Alright, and then this should be the upper body assembly for the Batmobile. So there you go. Again, nicely detailed. And then we have some other components to the vehicle itself on the corners. All right. So there you go. That's the out-of-box review of this Batmobile from Mobius Models from the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. Hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, we'll be starting on it this week, and so stay tuned for upcoming updates. So until then, everybody have a good day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.